Hi, this video is about the Caribou Mathematics Contest. I'm going to show the solution for the October 2014 Grade 9-10 contest, question 20, which also came up in the Grade 11-12 contest. So the question is, a cheesecake is cut into 8 slices. The only rule restricting the order in which pieces are eaten is that there must be only one gap in the cake which gets wider when the next piece is taken. In how many different orders can the 8 slices be eaten? Okay, so for the first slice to be eaten, we have 8 different possibilities. So, just for an example, let's say we eat this one first. Okay, and now we know that the question says that for the next piece to be eaten, there's only one gap and it must always get wider and wider. So for this case, we would only have 2 other possibilities. We would have to eat, in this case, either this piece or this piece. So let's say just for this, we will pick this piece. Okay, and now, since for the first 8, for each of the first 8 slices, we have 2 for each of those 8 for the next slice to be eaten. So we must multiply by 2 because we had 2 different possibilities. Okay, and for the next piece, again, we know that there's only one gap and it must always get wider. So in this case, we can only eat this piece or this piece. So let's say we would eat this piece, just for this. Okay, and now we must multiply by 2 again because for that piece, in this case, to be eaten, we had 2 others that were possibilities. Now for the next, we have again 2 possibilities, either this one or this one. So let's say we just eat this one. And again, that is times 2 because we had 2 possibilities. And then for the next, we have either this one or this one since it's just one gap getting wider and wider. So let's say we eat this one. And again, that is times 2. And for the next one, we have 2 possibilities. So let's say we eat this one. So we must multiply by 2 because we had 2 possibilities. And now, we still have 2 possibilities because the gap is getting wider and wider. So let's say we eat this piece. So again, we will multiply by 2 because we had 2 possibilities. And now, we only have 1 possibility left. So now we would just multiply by 1. Okay. Now let's find this product. We have 8 times 2, which is 16. Times 2 is 32. Times 2 is 64. Times 2 is 128. Times 2 is 256. And times 2 is 512. And of course, times 1 is 512. So we know that there are 512 different orders. If you'd like to know more about this contest, please feel free to visit our website at cariboutest.com.